shit.
Quiet, woman. Get back in the kitchen. Actually, are you a woman? Anyway, the point of this video is to kind of discuss the new Amazing Spider-Man that was released last night and the 2002 version Spider-Man. So I'm going to brush on the pros and the cons and kind of compare the two as I go.
Yeah.
Okay, firstly I got my pros. I've got my list here, so let's see what I got. Special effects. Special effects were really cool, really realistic, and a bit better than I expected, because on the trailer it kind of looked like a video game. Next I've got acting, and Andrew Garfield was really good. He presented a more confident Peter Parker, and he decided to flaunt his superhuman skills a bit more. They cover the backstory of his father, which was really interesting, because in the other three films they didn't cover it. And they left the door open anyway in this one. They didn't really give us an answer as to what happened to the parents. So that's obviously going to lead into a sequel. And my last point was that it stayed truer to the comic books. By that I mean it kind of included some different characters like Gwen Stacy, who came before Mary Jane. But overall, if you haven't seen the 2002 version, the original, you'll love this. So even though The Amazing Spider-Man definitely had some pros, I as a big Spider-Man fan felt the movie lacked general epicness, which the other one had in spades. So my cons for the movie are, firstly, the final fight scene left you wanting more. It wasn't long enough, and there wasn't really a one-on-one epic battle between Spider-Man and the big lizard guy. Whereas in the other one, there was a massive fight scene on the bridge where Spider-Man saved those kids on that tram or whatever it was, and Mary Jane, but then got taken to that abandoned house or something, and that's where that big epic fight scene between Spider-Man and the Green Goblin took place, and that's where, you know, it was revealed that it was Norman Osborn who was the Green Goblin. So it was a big scene, and the fighting skills and everything was amazing in that. And the next con was probably the most annoying con for me, was the fact that there was no mystery to the film, and that's really what superheroes are about, mystery. By day they're someone, and by night they're Batman, Spider-Man, or something. But in this one, about an hour into the film, Gwen Stacy already knew that he was Spider-Man, and then towards the end you already know that his Aunt May knows, and that he takes his mask off and gives it to the boy, and Gwen Stacy's dad knows that he's Spider-Man as well, and everyone basically knows that he's Spider-Man now. Well, I guess not everyone knows that he's Spider-Man, but only the main characters, and that's what counts. And another thing that really annoyed me about the film was the fact that there was no real relationship between the hero Spider-Man and the city New York. In the first film in 2002, you can see that there's a relationship between Spider-Man and the city. When he starts saving people, he's on the front pages, everyone wants to see him, everyone loves seeing him save people. There's a key scene in the film on the bridge where he's in trouble, the Green Goblin's about to basically kill him, and there's all these people on Brooklyn Bridge throwing stuff at him saying, hey, if you mess with one of us, you mess with all of us. And there's a nice little quote from the film there. So it's a bit annoying for me to see that there's no relationship between Spider-Man and the city. In the first film, you felt like Spider-Man was a bit more heroic and he wanted to save people just because they needed help. But in this one, he seems to only save people because they're in his way, and because if he doesn't save them and they die, he will feel forever responsible because he created the thing that caused the problem in the first place. And you wonder if he didn't create that thing, that he would still be open enough to kind of help them. And my last point of the video is that when they had drama in the new film, there was suddenly a solution or an answer straight after it. And the key example was when Peter made that promise with Gwen Stacy's dad as he was dying. And then 5 minutes later, he breaks it. The old Peter in Spider-Man 2002 would have kept that promise because he knows that getting the love of his life involved in that sort of thing would end up badly, and he would probably lose her, and he knows that his love is too strong. So he wants to protect her from that and keep a distance and just be a friend, just not reveal his identity. But oh well, she already knows that anyway. So what I'm trying to say is, in the first film, Peter Parker was more of a selfless guy. He was willing to keep a distance and rule out happiness with Mary Jane just so that she was safe. But in the new Amazing Spider-Man, he's more selfish. So despite the promise that Gwen Stacy's dad offers to him as he's dying, he breaks that just so he can be with her, even though that brings the evil that he's created into her world as well, which isn't really a good thing to do. So I think all girls out there, if you want a guy, go for the 2002 Peter Parker, not the 2012. All in all, The Amazing Spider-Man is a good movie. I suggest you go watch it. It will be fun, good visuals, decent plot, good acting as well. Though I still have to say that I do prefer Spider-Man of 2002 because it's fucking awesome, it's a great film. It's 10 years old, but I still love it. Let me know what you think on the latest movie, you know, comment, like my video if you liked the movie, and maybe comment and let me know on other movies that you think I should review. Thanks.